Hello YouTube, Kevin here, and I'm pretty sure I don't think some of you may like what I did here, but anyways, it's actually one of those A1181 MacBooks, the plastic ones, but the one that I got here is actually not like the best condition that you can actually get on eBay for like 300 Singapore dollars or what. But anyways, number one, rubber feet were like all broken off, so I had to put feet at the bottom. These are actually feet for like at the bottom of like furniture. That's what they're designed for. And then this is actually a knockoff battery that I'm using because I couldn't get the original Apple battery. And problem with this battery here is that it will shut the system will shut off at 30%, so the battery meter is not accurate. I think I remember the last time I used it, I managed to get like about 2 or 3 hours out of this, so that's pretty okay with me. Another thing I actually forgotten to do when repairing this was that I forgot to do a repasting for the heatsink, so it runs pretty hot. That's another problem because I forgot to do a repasting, but I do use my Surface Pro more often than this, so that is not really a problem. Actually, it's a good thing I actually use my Surface Pro at school because I would have ideas to draw stuff like my own drawings or even fan art for my favorite show. So I mean, and the Surface Pen is great. It's like, but sometimes it's like inaccurate, and the eraser head actually broke off my Surface pen, so I cannot erase if I have the cover on top. If I have it exposed like this, I can just touch it at the screen and then erase it that way. But I don't always have to remove the eraser head. There's supposed to be a magnet and a spring inside this top portion here, but it broke off. Actually, it dropped off at school. I found this thing. It was on the floor in the school library after all those days. Now going back to this, this is actually one of the last revisions, the early 2008, I believe. On the front here, there is a sleep light which on this unit does not work. Yeah, this unit has a broken sleep light. I don't think the remote sensor actually works, but I don't have the Apple remote, so I can't really test this. But this A1181 units, they would have came with a remote in the box when they were new. Then there comes screws. This is where the slot loading disk drive would be, but this one that I got, the slot load drive was dead. So I actually managed to load the OS through my flash drive. I actually have as you know, I have a couple of 8GB flash drive that I mainly use to load operating systems onto computers. Then on a loose screw. On the back here, you got right speaker. The subwoofer is inside the air vents around here. Then over here is your fan vents, and then there's the left speaker. On here you got your AC adapter plug. The AC adapter, they would normally come with like the cable for the mains. There would be two of them included. One would be like a short adapter, so you can just plug the adapter right into the outlet, and another one is a longer cable. So I only have the longer cable for mine. I believe this I think it's a 60-watt adapter. Then there's your Ethernet, mini DVI for your video output, and then there's Firewire 400 or IEEE 1394 as some people called it back then. Two USB 2.0 ports. I think according to everymac.com that one of this is higher power. But anyways, then there's your line-in headphones, Kensington lock. I believe the headphone port does not excuse me, have support for the Apple earphones remote and mic. Is the battery meter, and it does light up with 5 bars, but of course the battery, when I had it, I mean, I was actually using this earlier, it was about 93% charge. And I also have a keyboard protector here, and this keyboard protector was actually from an Apple wireless keyboard on my iMac. But then because that keyboard, the problem with that was that it actually stopped working. The pretty much the only part of the keyboard that actually works is this top row here on that keyboard, and then like the modifier keys, and I believe also tab and right shift. I think those are the only keys that work, because the number keys don't actually work, so I cannot pair it to any new computers. So what I decided to do was to continue using it for my iMac, but I would tuck it away behind my Acer keyboard. And I know my table is a mess, but I've been very busy with college. Anyways, I've been very busy with college, so I haven't had much time to get a lot of things done. But anyways, this runs 10.7.5, which is the highest version that can be run on here, and I'm okay with that on here, because it can run like all the software I need to run. And also I actually keep my iMac on 10.8 something. I think it's 10.8.4, I think, but I'm not sure. But I know it's 10.8 on my iMac. Although it can actually run 10.9. But again, also because I don't want to pay for a new copy of Parallels Workstation. No, Parallels Desktop. Parallels Workstation is the PC version. Is the Windows version. I don't want to pay for a new version of Parallels Desktop. And just now I said Parallels Workstation. Parallels Workstation is the Windows version of Parallels Desktop. Sorry about the confusion there. But anyways, so the screen is discolored. I believe this is CCFL backlit, and it can be pretty bright, but I think my iMac can go bright, is as bright as this, but I think my iMac can go brighter than this. But the screen, the whites aren't like the typical kind of whites. It's a bit off-white, more on the hotter side of color temperature, if you ask me. But yeah, my Nexus 5 actually tried to correct the white balance a little bit, but later I'll do a video test. And unlike my iMac, I can actually completely turn off the backlight. So if I shine it up to the light here, which does look like a moon, but it's in fact a circular fluorescent light, yeah, you can actually see the screen is still running. So that is really good. It's good to also not only have a device with a track point, which this doesn't have obviously, but also a device where you can turn off the backlight completely and continue using it. I remember Acer actually had a feature on their computers where you could actually press function key and turn the backlight off, but when you move the mouse or use the keyboard, then the backlight would turn off. So how useful is that? That's real crap, as some YouTubers in the minor tech community would say. Okay. No, not mail. Yeah, but okay, you could just seen a portion of my free cycle mail there. Okay, Safari. Yeah, so actually I am okay with watching YouTube videos on here, but anyways, so you also see like some flashy patterns of the screen here. That is not present in real life. There's probably some sort of refresh rate issue, but at least it's not as bad as when you point your camera at a CRT. Oh my gosh, you get all this flashy like dark portions, bright portions, like strobes and all that. That's like the kind of stuff you get when you point the camera at the CRT. Except of course if it's a TV camera, because those kind of cameras have more manual controls, and you can account for the CRT refresh rate with those kind of stuff. But of course, we YouTubers, we use phone cameras because it's so easy. And yes, even at the highest brightness setting, it's still off-white. I believe, oh wait, I already said that this is CCFL backlight. But, and this reminds me, it's system profiler. And yeah, the battery now is 85% apparently. And I know that it's low battery at around 35%. So I have to get ready before, I mean for when it shuts off at 30%. But here it is. Yeah, early 2008, I was right. So 2.4 GHz Core 2 Duo, 3 GB of RAM. I wanted to put 4 GB in here because put 4 GB in here, but it was picky about the RAM that I put in it. So left slot is, I believe, 2 GB, and then the right slot is one of the original 1 GB sticks. It has an Intel GMA X3100 with 144 megabytes of video RAM. I don't know if it's dedicated or shared. Here's the serial number of the system if you're concerned. Of course, this is out of warranty, so it's okay for me to show the serial number. It runs 10.7.5, and I can go into further information if I need to. Here it is, LVDS display, 13.3 inch. Yeah. So anyways, it is a 200 GB hard drive. I pulled that from a broken laptop. This computer did not have a hard drive, and I got this. And the thing I covered up, that was actually a one of my attempts to try and get the OS to work on here, but I forgotten that it's actually 1 GB here and then 2 GB here. But yeah, I have 3 GB of RAM here, and it's okay enough for me.
It's not possible. There's no other way. So, what's it gonna be? The red underpants or the blue ones? Too much choice. Don't worry. I've got the perfect solution. I'm telling you, V, underpants and base pants. The best of both worlds. Thanks, Rocket. Hi, Rainbow?
Styling face pants, Vinny. Here's your squid meal.
Thanks, Maya. Where is everyone?
They were here just a second ago.
Maybe they rushed to the stores to buy themselves some face pants. Guys, you gotta check this out. A rival restaurant open in Joe's parking lot? But who would possibly do such a low-lane, lousy, losery thing? Nah, Ducky!
Welcome to Ducky's. And give me your stinking order.
Welcome to Ducky's. Ducky service? Ducky food? Ducky ambience?
Now, one of the problems with these A1181s, the plastic bits would actually break off the palm rest area, and I do believe also the screen bezel. So with these, there's actually over here there is some plastic breaking off, but I did manage to not actually break it off myself. like I would do with other stuff. But now the fan is like getting really loud, so I really need to repaste this, but I can't find the time to do so because I have a lot of other things to do and I'm always busy with school nowadays. So anyways, this is Kevin signing off. Thanks for watching.